The World Forest Organization plants trees in the tropics because they grow up to 10 times faster than anywhere else on the planet. In terms of mitigating our existential climate crisis and reducing extreme weather events around the world, they are absolute beasts. In a tiny handful of years, on average, each tree will have absorbed around 1/4 of a tonne of CO2 from the atmosphere. They are quite literally cleaning the air we breathe all over the planet and positively impacting respiratory health too. Additionally, the trees provide valuable commodities like food, fruit, nuts, medicine, and more. These commodities can be enjoyed by the tree growers, and any excesses can be taken to market where they'll generate a sustainable, honest income. The harvests from the forest contribute to our planet's natural capital. These commodities also help tackle many of the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals head-on, especially number 1, no poverty, and number 2, no hunger. Trees are the key to solving far more of the world's problems than simply tackling climate chaos. They reduce biodiversity and species loss, create cool, safe habitats for all living beings, and reduce human-wildlife conflict and mass displacement. They're a win-win for the world and everything on it. We celebrate Indigenous knowledge, especially from respected elders. They know what grew well historically, and they have a wealth of tips for how to tend trees and maximise the harvests that come with them. We work with forestry, meteorological, and scientific experts to ensure drought resistance and forward planning. Everything from weather extremes to plagues of locusts need to be tackled and dealt with. The future may be volatile and uncharted, and we must prepare for it. It is daunting, but we're excited by what can be achieved collaboratively at scale and by what we can inspire others to do to make our world well.
The World Forest Organization is always thrilled when we are able to commission the building of a new solid stone classroom. These cool spaces are typically 8 metres by 16 metres with tall ceilings and corrugated steel roofs. The temperature drops by several degrees when you step inside, which calms the mind and provides a very conducive space for teaching and learning. Primary school students typically improve their grades by around 14 percentage points across the board when they study in a stone classroom. The acoustics are much better too. Teachers report fewer incidents of sore throats as they are no longer having to shout to be heard in windy open spaces. Stone classrooms often replace poorly constructed mud huts, or even more challenging, learning under the shade of a tree. They generate various roles of gainful employment for the local community on everything from foundation digging, stone block chipping, carpentry, plastering, and painting too. At the back of the classrooms, small stone shelved libraries are constructed to keep books and writing materials safe. The bars on the windows aren't there to keep the students in. They love being at school. They're to prevent marauding baboons and other creatures from trashing precious learning resources. For every school we build, we implement a student-aided tree planting program of around 4,000 saplings per classroom. The children are always excited to be involved, and some have even set up their own wildlife clubs. Trees planted around the school compound provide welcome shade and protection from the weather, reduce damage from flooding, provide safe habitats for wildlife, and clean the air we breathe all over the world.
In March 2018, the World Forest Organization's CEO, Tracy, conducted a series of interviews with women from the local tree planting communities of Bore, Coast Province, Kenya. Many of the women explained they'd had little or no opportunity for education as youngsters, but they were very keen to grasp it as adults. It also transpired many of them were socially isolated, disconnected from other women in their communities. Many felt unsupported, but in truth, they didn't know life could be any other way. A women's empowerment group was formed. In no time at all, the women had created their own sistership and support network. They called themselves the Mothers of the Forest. The mothers came together to share best practice for looking after trees and to swap tips on every stage of tree growing, from seed collection through to caring for mature trees, collecting harvest from them, and preparing produce to generate an income. Some of the workshops and tutoring sessions have included making their own washable sanitary pads, which have been life-changing. They've also covered basic literacy and numeracy skills too, which have opened doors the mothers never thought possible. In return for lessons and by way of a thank you, the mothers plant trees in their homesteads, known as shambas. Planting done in this way offers a great way of ensuring the canopy cover is nice and widespread throughout the area, and the families can also enjoy the actual fruits of their labours too. Facilitating education has had such a positive impact on the lives of the women and their families that it's almost immeasurable. The most exciting part is that it has awoken a powerful hunger for knowledge. Our educational programme is ready for scale-up and expansion. We will do more to help adults and children alike on everything from ABC 1, 2, 3 through to biomimicry. We will endeavour to stay one step ahead of the planetary changes we're set to experience in the years ahead, and will focus on what the communities need to survive and thrive.
A well-rounded environmental education for adults and youngsters the world over is critical to human survival. The Word Forest organisation continues to implement a raft of workshops and programmes designed to spread the good green word far and wide. Efficient and expedient planting and growing of trees in the tropics is a key component to mitigating our existential crisis, but so is raising awareness of the best ways to work with Mother Nature to do it. It's not only on how to grow trees either. We have a range of science-led environmental courses we want to run, and humanitarian ones too. They all have the ability to help people across Kenya and far beyond. Our Kenyan colleagues facilitate teaching programs with local teachers and NGOs to provide accessible learning, teaching how our ecosystems are influenced by negative human behaviour. They also offer solutions to tackle deforestation at its heart. Our charcoal burners rehabilitation program is a powerful example. It's inclusive, non-judgmental, and it's helping whole communities realise there are other ways to work with living trees to generate an income and put food on the table. Our workshops teach useful life skills and create supportive frameworks that tackle additional problems like social isolation, depression, and stress that arises from living on the front line of climate chaos. We are creating workable solutions through things like permaculture and syntropic agroforestry, which enable communities to become more resilient to the effects of climate change. Most of our community learning has taken place in areas some people have struggled to get to. Some walk a few hours to attend key lessons. We want to scale up our educational programs and offer to teach them in venues that are conducive to learning in key areas that are easy to get to. We are also looking to deliver learning by utilising technology that is low on energy requirements. In the future, we hope to be able to combine lessons while also providing free charging solutions for phones and tablets. We have a blueprint for large-scale community learning. Permaculture teaching centres with a seed bank, a dedicated nursery full of saplings, an organically grown food forest, and cool, well-lit spaces for teaching in the centre. They will be protected against extreme temperatures and locusts by shading nets. Located on the edge of busy villages and towns, we will equip the resilient people of Kenya with the tools to rise above anything the climate has to throw at them.